People across the country are remembering the September 11th attacks. Today marks 15 years since hijacked planes crashed into the towers at the World Trade Center, the Pentagon, and a field in Pennsylvania, killing nearly 3,000 people. Good morning. You're watching News 12 Connecticut. I'm Caitlin Nuclo. Several communities across southwestern Connecticut are holding special ceremonies this morning to honor the 9/11 victims. In Fairfield, hundreds gathered to pay their respects at a ceremony at the fire department headquarters. They held a moment of silence at 8:46 to mark the moment when the first plane crashed into the World Trade Center. Fire officials say it's also important to remember the heroic efforts of the first responders.
This is our opportunity to recognize the sacrifice and the bravery of 343 firefighters, along with other first responders who rushed in the hopes of saving lives, knowing that they were putting their lives in peril, and in many cases, knowing that they would die.
And here's a look in Bridgeport, where people observed a moment of silence as well at 8:46 this morning. This was on Congress Street, right in front of the police headquarters. Well, Governor Malloy says 161 of the victims have ties to Connecticut. Their names were read out loud on Thursday at Connecticut's memorial service. Oh, say, can you see? Well, names are also being read this morning at the National Memorial Ceremony in Manhattan. They held moments of silence to mark when the two planes hit the two towers. One was at 8:46, as we mentioned. The other was at 9:03. A New Canaan woman who lost her son on 9/11 says she's now trying to help other grieving families. Mary Fetchett says she co-founded the group Voices of September 11th, which provides counseling and resources to families who lost loved ones on that day. She tells us she also helped to push to create the 9/11 Commission. Fetchett says she will spend today remembering all of those who were affected by this tragedy.
I think the 15th anniversary is a time for our families to gather together. It's also a time for us to reflect on the people that were lost that day and the responders who are sick and who have died as a result of working in the recovery effort.
And Fetchett says her group also created a living memorial that includes more than 80,000 pictures of the victims. She says it's now part of the September 11th Memorial and Museum, which is in New York City. Well, 5,000 bikers are expected to hit the road this morning for the CT United ride. They're riding in honor of the 9/11 victims and the first responders. Organizers tell us the 60-mile motorcade will start in Norwalk on Norden Place and end at Seaside Park in Bridgeport. That ride is set to start at 11:30 this morning. All right, let's get a check on your weather now. Meteorologist James Gregorio joins us with a look at your hyperlocal forecast.
Good morning, everyone. I'm meteorologist James Gregorio. Let's check out the forecast for today. 86. Morning showers possible, but more sunshine and breezy this afternoon. Tonight, 58 going to do it, so finally getting back to more seasonable levels with clear skies. Seasonably cool. Here's what we can expect for today. Sticky Sunday here, warm and humid again. One more day before we finally notch the throttle back a little bit tomorrow, get into more seasonable air and cooler and drier feeling conditions. Spotty showers are possible. The humidity does lower. Satellite and radar shot here showing again a few clouds moving through and kind of collecting along the Sound and North Shore of Long Island as well. But there's some more rain back out to the west. You can see this batch of rain as it tries to push towards us. This is the cold front. This is what is going to bring us a return to much nicer conditions. So for today, your forecast 78 to about 83. Morning showers are possible, then more sunshine this afternoon. Tonight, low temperatures dip down into the 50s here, so as you can see, a little closer to the Sound, we are a little bit warmer. And that is a look at your weather.
New this morning, officials in Bridgeport say they are investigating a shooting that killed one man last night. We're told 22-year-old Emmanuel White was shot twice and was pronounced dead at St. Vincent's Medical Center. Police say the homicide happened on Wells Street around 11 o'clock last night. Officials say White was also a suspect in a shooting that happened back in April. Police say they want you to call them if you have any information about that shooting. Their number's on our website, news12.com. Fire crews in Bridgeport say two people are recovering this morning after their car crashed into a house. Take a look at that. This is also security video of that accident. This happened right near the intersection of Mountain Grove and Ash Street around 3:45 this morning. Officials say they had to rescue 2 people from that car after it knocked over a furnace and smashed into some pipes. Officials say the house is still standing because of the firefighters.
Firefighters from the rescue company built a couple of struts in the basement that to hold the weight of the first floor in that corner.
And fire officials say both of the victims are in stable condition. We'll continue to follow this story for you and keep you updated. You're watching News 12 Connecticut on this Sunday morning. We are as local news gets.